I am Father Xavier Pinto. It's the 57th year of my religious profession, and I've just completed 50 glorious years sharing the priesthood of Christ. I was ordained in the year 1974 with a batch of 4 members, and 2 of them have passed on, Father Tony Cardoza and Father Patrick Romeo de Souza, who was the pioneer of our mission in Kenya. And only Nanam Joseph is surviving, and myself. So as time was rolling on, I belonged to the erstwhile province of Bangalore, and I was one of those ordained in 1974, just after the establishment of the province of Bangalore. So I've lived as a vice province of Bangalore under the Irish, with the Irish, till 1974 when I was ordained. The establishment of the province was 1972. In 1973 there were no ordinations. So I'm happy to say that I was the first batch of the erstwhile Bangalore province in ordination. I joined the Goa Alto Porvoni community in December 1975 under the leadership of Father Desmond de Souza, who at that time had already got his degrees in social justice, social teachings of the church. He had already written and produced his books, starting with the encyclical of Leo XIII, Rerum Novarum, in 1890. And as we delved into what are the social issues in Goa that we should get involved in, the first issue was the Ramponkars, the fishing communities on the coast, who were being harassed, who were being troubled by trawler owners. And we said to ourselves, well, we can't sit quiet. This is a great issue in Goa for us to stand with them. And one teacher was there at the Don Bosco school, Mr. Mathani Saldana. Although from an aristocratic rich family, he had this heart for justice. So we teamed up with him, he teamed up with us, and we were part of the Goincha Ramponkaranso Ekvot from 1975. Leading with that, what really put us into the picture and wanted us to do more was the arrest that we created with the police, and we went to prison. So I was 4 days in Aguada after 1 day and a night in the police lockup. The motivation, the verve that we must carry on fighting. We must carry on standing by the poor fishermen. And we carried on with the movement. We had several picketings in Panjim. We had chain hunger strike for 370 days, one after the other, groups of fishermen, fisherwomen, and I must say, we really got involved at that level. As I went along with that, I was still in the community here at Alto Porvoni till 1985. Then I got transferred to Chembur. I asked after 9 years to go there. I kept involved in the fisheries movement because I was founder member by then of the National Fish Workers Forum. By then Thomas Kocheri had joined our movement and others. And being founder member of National Fish Workers Forum, I traveled the coast. I looked at all the issues. We looked at all the issues. Many more lay people were involved in the fighting of the issues. So we were very sure that the social teachings of the church, as we understand them, starting with Rerum Novarum and running through 100 years, 18 till 1980. So as the encyclicals were repeated 40 years later, Quadragesimo Anno, 80 years later, Octogesimo Anno, and 100 years later, Centesimus Annus, as the popes kept repeating Rerum Novarum of Leo XIII, we were convinced that this is something we have to get involved in. As I was thinking, and as you said, preaching came naturally. In my seminary days, I had chosen to preach in Konkani. Training was given, I studied the language. Voice production was no problem under the Irish. We developed our voices, we stuck to the training. So naturally, we could preach. But that helped us a lot on the stages of social justice in towns, in cities, on the international stage, talking to people, saying the right things, saying them clearly, saying them loudly. So we kept with that.